Mark, I've got a couple of sets of balls here. Chrome Soft versus the Titleist AVX.
Should we test them?
Shall we?
Yours V. So you could argue you're a semi-high spin player, aren't you, I guess?
Yes, yeah, I would say.
AVX is a lower spinning ball, in theory. Chrome Soft, I guess, is a high spinning ball. But what does that mean? Because obviously when we test balls, it crosses, doesn't it, from driver to wedge? And so let's give it a little compare and see what you do.
I've hit these already.
You've got some baselines for us, have you? Should we have a look at them?
Yeah, if you want, yeah. The man running the machine.
Here we go.
The driver.
The driver. 8.2 with your wedge. You've baselined the Chrome Soft?
Chrome Soft 8,200, yeah.
133 yards, 172, 7 irons, spinning at 5.7. So that's not high spinning.
No, not that high, is it? We are hitting off mats.
Yeah, that's relatively low. Obviously outside, I think you'd get that up into the 7s.
Yeah.
6.5s and 7s. And then 2.8 with your driver with not afraid. You linger closer to the 3,000 than you do to 2.5, don't you?
Yes.
We could carry it over 270, but we could call this high spinning, or we could say that's decent spinning maybe for your delivery, isn't it?
Yeah.
So do we change the ball, or would you change the delivery? Again, that's always one of those questions when people bring out product. I think that's so. You could call it band-aidy.
Yeah.
Where's the longevity sometimes in those band-aids? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like if you saw a student with those numbers, you're your own student going, I want to spin it 2,000 to 2.5. Are you thinking AVX ball, or are you thinking, all right, I'll give you a lesson?
Yeah, well, that's, I would test it both, see how comfortable they are and if they can be bothered.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, should we wedge play AVX? We're in the right genre. I want you to tell me if there's difference in feels as well. Looks, feels. Obviously, you've got your.
I've got my True Viz
in yours, so the looks will be different.
Dimples definitely look different. Like the AVX is more pronounced with the dimples. I think they're more shadowy, and obviously you've got the circle compared to. Is that hexagon? I'm not very good with my shapes. Yeah.
Are the AVX dimples shallower without knowing the actual true facts? I always think AVX, like I'm no ball designer or aerodynamics specialist, but I'm guessing if you made the dimples shallower, then that's going to affect the spin. Knowing what the dimples do to the airflow around the ball, it collects that air and chucks it to the bottom when it's spinning on its axis.
It's funny because in my head, if the dimples have more shadow on them, then I would think that they were deeper.
Do you not think they look shallower or not?
Yeah, I would say that they do look it.
Yeah. I mean, I've hit the balls with no dimples.
Yeah.
And they fall out in the air and they spin everywhere.
Yeah.
So and again, I don't know the actual design ins and outs of the difference in those two balls. I just want to know the performance, really.
Yeah.
If I wanted to design balls, I'd find that out. But as in that, my initial thought when I see them, I think, are they shallower? They look a little shallow, and that would make sense in my head of why then it might reduce spin.
Reduce spin, yeah.
Right, wedge play AVX, shall we?
Let's.
That looks like a bit of a pop.
That's a pop ball. That's a hard on the face popper.
Cool. That was a nice low launching spinnier one by the sounds of the strike. Yeah. So initial sounds, feel, anything?
Wouldn't be able to tell any difference.
Yeah.
I rarely can tell any difference, to be honest, apart from round the green.
Chrome Soft should be soft.
Yeah. I can rarely feel it unless I'm chipping, putting.
Yeah.
I'm hardly feeling any difference.
Okay. Again, I like that strike for getting some munch ball in theory, was it not?
Yeah, that was a nice strike again, two good ones there.
And I will be honest with you, I do quite like saying munch ball. It just works.
Good phrase, yeah. Yeah, very good phrase.
Oh, munch ball.
Munched it.
I've monstered it. Oh, pickled onion.
Monster Munch, that is a packet of crisps. In England, anyway.
Right, let's look at the numbers. We've hit 5, where we were actually going for 4 of each, but we've discounted. We're probably going to discount one of those. Yeah. Because it did really pop. And we didn't really get, well, we discounted the pops in your collected Chrome Softs, didn't we?
Yes.
So look at the top, this 8.2, this is Chrome Soft, spin, going 133. And then if we go AVX here at the bottom, it's going 132, same distance.
Yeah. Same
peak height, 30 and 30. Spinning at 7.5, but you've got the 4,000 pop in, so I'm going to disable that. It takes it to 8.3 from 8.2, arguably the same. You have got a 9.7 in there, which I think is slightly throwing.
Yeah, I would say
That's mega
too.
high with the Titleist,
yeah.
which is obviously due with the way you hit that one, which you didn't get with Chrome Soft.
Yeah.
There's where we've discounted the 4. You could argue you could really discount that one. I mean, just out of interest, just hit one more with the AVX. Like if you hit a 9.7 and you think that's the number I want, you know, if you can do that on repeat, leave them in there, leave that number in there. But I just think it's an outliner. I think it's a him more than the ball shot. But let's see.
Because that's a little low. That might be spinny. Yeah, that's all right though.
Let's have a look. Good shot.
8.5.
Yeah, so that's 8.5. So if you take out the 9.7, and I don't mind leaving it in. I'm not trying. Nobody's trying to win it or any. I don't care who wins.
8,000.
8.2 to 8,000. Again, I would call them the same. So where if you leave the 9.7 in, it's a bit more. I still call that the same as if you take it out. It's just I think I would want to see you hit that 9.7 on demand to trust it. Where I could say hit 8,000s, and I reckon I could put money down and I win more than I lose that you're going to hit 8,000 range.
Same peak heights and same distance as well now, isn't it?
So for a low spinning ball in the wedge, AVX and Chrome Soft doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's move to the 7.
7 iron.
So again, as we move up to the 7, that's a very good shot. The sports practice is working wonders for you, isn't it? Any difference in feel?
Again, hard to tell, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm not feeling, hearing any real differences between the two.
Okay.
Another liner, is it?
Oh, that's a good one. I like this. I am definitely going to force you to test more product. Your golf will just go through the roof if you start hitting some balls like twice a week. It makes such a difference. Just understanding where your first shot when we go and film is going to go.
Yeah.
Rather than getting to 9 and waking up.
Yeah. Yes. It's quite funny, really, because when you don't practice and you just play rubbish, you just don't want to practice.
Yeah.
It's a bad cycle
I've
to
seen
get
it with
in,
students for years. They go on holiday for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Getting them back in for lessons where they come in every month, every week. Like people fall out of it. I fall out of tennis. Just stop playing. Just got busy travelling, and then it's like, oh, I don't know if I want to go and get tennis elbow again.
Yeah.
So that's a higher on the face one, surely.
It feels a little higher.
Okay, well we'll look at the numbers.
And it's
at the
gone
end.
a little further, so I'm guessing that that's a bit of a lower spin.
Good shot.
Oh God, I'm raining it down
there you
on
are.
it. Look.
It's joyous to watch. The army is rejoicing. I can hear them. Test more clubs. Test more clubs. Right, I've had a bit of a boo-boo.
The driver's had a boo-boo.
I've not changed the club, so I'm going to have to deselect these. So we can still get the readings, bear with. Right, so we're there now.
One more. One more.
I did click that, but apparently I didn't.
There we go.
So let's go back up to Chrome Soft 7 iron. What were we looking at?
5.7. Yes.
Going 172, 32 peak height. We're now 170, so 2 yards difference. 31 peak height, so slightly lower.
Slightly lower, yeah.
If you can call a yard slightly lower, obviously if that repeats you would. Spinning at 5.2, is that not the same?
Was it 5.2 or 5.7?
No, so it's lower. So we're starting to see the lower spin coming through. But again, look, there's your pot. I don't think it is lower.
No.
You can't include that.
No. That's because that's gone 178. Look, we
and
said
look how it's a flyer.
Yeah.
And that's our mat. Our mat
Yeah.
will be changing soon. The whole studio is going to be developed and changed, which you'll see soon, which we'll talk about more as it comes along.
Yeah.
But that's and that's what I think is so interesting for people testing. You've got to be so careful with this.
Yeah.
Like if you're fitter, and I'm sure all the fitters in the world are great and they do understand this, but I have seen people do videos with crazy numbers in like this, not meant, and I just think, oh my, they obviously do not understand.
Yeah.
That, like, why would you keep such an outliner in there unless you were testing semi-rough shots?
Unless you want to know what a flyer does. Yeah.
So I've taken that one out and we're now 5'8".
Exactly the same.
5'7".
Yeah.
It's the same.
Yeah.
Peak height change between
Peak
that?
height
No.
went up 1, I think, or did it not?
No, it stayed at 31.
Yeah.
And we now drop down to 167. So it is a fraction shorter.
Yeah.
It's like 5 yards.
Yeah.
I think you could hit them the same distance if you wanted to.
I agree.
What are the ball speeds? If you just so 118
to 120. So
arguably you were hitting your Chrome Soft a little harder, and then you maybe as you hit more, which is quite interesting. I think in testing, the iron you start to try and rein.
Yeah.
So I don't care the ball speed.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to hit a distance today. The driver's always
target.
people are trying to top end.
Yeah.
Where you've actually slightly reined in.
Yeah.
I think there.
And maybe strikes are slightly better. We don't have the dots, obviously.
I agree.
But
you were definitely happy at a 168 line ball. Why change?
Yeah. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay, let's see the driver then. When is this low spin coming? Because at the moment I can't see it.
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to have to reset my test, and I've failed my driving test. Didn't change the club. I've changed it to driver now. We're safe, everybody.
Failed the theory, didn't you?
Your driver. One little lesson.
Goodness.
From yourself, and it's
oh my goodness, that's a humongous ball,
it's a
isn't
my
it?
goodness ball. Oh my goodness.
That's a monster munch.
Oh, guys, pickled onioned it. Look at the spin. Right, let's look at these driver numbers, shall we? So you're spinning at 2.3, going 279 AVX.
Yeah.
Your driver is, here's your driver with, so you're 8 yards further and you're spinning 500, is that 500 res less?
500 res less.
38 peak height to 34.
Yeah.
So you should be playing AVX, shouldn't you?
Yes, in theory.
Because it's longer and then it's relatively the same in everything else. So the higher spinner player, someone who's struggling to keep everything like it is, that is a good ball for you.
Yeah.
I got a question though, which I'm interested in knowing. I'm going to do a little thing.
A little thing?
Because I'm just interested.
What, not a compare, are you?
Well, I'm going to go driver.
Oh, driver 2.
I'm going to go...
You think
I'm going to call this...
You think I'm unreliable, don't you?
Look what I've called it.
Really? Really?
So, like I said, where we're deleting baseliners and outliners, maybe, like what happens when you test with someone like Matt, is you can get whole batch outliners a little bit.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. Try form me with the AVX.
Because I would say that my left ball there, that spun at like 2000, like if I hit that on the course, I wouldn't be happy with it.
No, well look where it's gone. You ain't finding it either.
I know that it's not being found, but like the flight.
I'm not happy with you, ball. So let's hit 4 more. Does it repeat? Always a great thing for you guys and girls to do. Because you've got to remember, at the end of the day, a fitting session for lots of people it's a selling tool.
Yeah.
And I know I'm probably not allowed to say that, but often the things you're not allowed to say are the most truthful things. You know, if you come from me for a ball fit and you play Chrome Soft but you're thinking of changing, I'm going to try and sell you AVX if I can get you into a whole new range of balls, aren't I? And then you're buying another 10 dozen for your year or whatever. You know, I'm going to be looking for those outliners to help me sell you the product. I'm not saying all fitters do that at all, hopefully none do it. But that's what I always love about these videos, is that I used to sell products, and getting away from those ideas of trying to pay your rent was fantastic. So we're going giving it 4, so just you've hit 1,
Yeah.
that's it, 3 more, no talking, don't reveal anything. It's a good drive.
Same one.
Yeah. Definitely hitting it better.
Yeah.
Like it. Right. Let's see what happens now. I've got rid of all the numbers off the screen because I didn't want Matt looking really all me. I just wanted to, you know, let's have 4 hits and see what comes out.
Oh, those 3.
Yeah, good. So 1 outliner again on the toey dipper.
Yeah.
So now AVX really is 2.6.
2.6, which it was 2.7 with Chrome Soft, or 2.8?
Chrome Soft was 2.8.
2.8, yeah.
And I would guess, normally in marketed low spin, high spin options, 200 to 300 revs.
Yeah.
So it's a really, what AVX does, I think, is it puts another ball in the market that stops people not buying that ball.
Mm-hmm.
I just want my spin to go a bit lower, and I don't want to do anything. I just want to hit the ball.
Yeah.
Now, I've been on tour ranges, and there are variations from companies of product because they don't want to have a conversation with that player where they go, you just try hitting up on it a little bit. They don't want to say that. They want to go, try this ball, player hits it, they see the numbers they want, and then they're playing it.
Yeah.
And that's what I think AVX does. I personally, as a coach, I could win you as many revs, loads more than that if I wanted to, in no time.
Yeah.
But like you said, you answered it at the start. How much do they want to change or want to want it? Again, if we take the outliner out, you had a 1.9 in there, and 1.9 is not what you should be getting with your deliveries.
No, like you look at the peak heights of those, 30 to 40, 43, 43.
So we take the 1.9 out, and it's 2.9
to 2.8.
going to 2.8.
Yeah.
So there's 2 things. I think AVX offers an option. It's another option, and it's a bloody good ball. It's doing well.
Yeah.
And it's not killing the spin on the lower or the lofted stuff. It's matching a Chrome Soft inferior higher spinning ball.
Yeah.
But it also is quite testament to how well Chrome Soft's doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I also think that it's meant to be a lower spinning ball, but like that's probably compared to the Pro V and the Pro VX as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that might be an interesting one in the comments down below.
Yeah, yeah.
If people want to see it, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. What, AVX v Pro V?
Yeah.
And the biggest thing, good point. And the biggest thing I think whenever we do the ball testing is how close they all get, subject to how many shots we have to get the human to hit.
Mm-hmm.
So it leads on to another question, which we'll talk about. We'll do a video on it. And again, another thing, you can post in the comments, let us know if you want. That when I did the last video on the 2 Strixon balls, like the cheaper one and the Z-Star, the more expensive premium, if you like. You know, lots of people, when you post about balls, the outstanding comment is, I'm not good enough. It makes no difference. I'll just use whatever I want. And there's some truth to that statement, but there's also some things that you can really learn of how to maybe be better from that statement, which we'll probably do a video on, which kind of touches on here with these numbers.
Yes.
You could game both of those balls.
I definitely game one of them.
Oh, which one do you game, Matthew?
Funny enough, Chrome Soft, bro. Because the Maverick and Chrome Soft combo is...
It's the marry up, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't beat it.
I heard that on telly once.
You can't beat a good
Player
combo.
switched and the ball club combo. Can't go wrong. What was interesting though is that player was also sponsored by the same brand. So, I'm a bit confused now.
What? Callaway, what?